ち切る。じゃあな。直視。死が俺の前に立つんじゃない。
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more Fate Grand Order. That break, it's always shorter than what I expect. These events are quite often in succession, although this one is a different one. It's a lot less grinding for this one, so that makes me happy. It is a Meihousou most foul. I don't know what that word is. I think it's like Kogetsukan, which is a Japanese thing. So let's hold off from reading that because we're going to be playing it in a second there. We only have one section unlocked right now, but there should be another one popping up real fast. But first off, I do want to check out some stuff here because I think the class-specific summoning campaign is going right now. And I might test my luck with some characters and see who we might get, depending on who we have for the thing right now. It's still Lancer. I don't really care about Lancer. Okay, so after that is Rider. I do want from Rider specifically... Oh, wow, that lasts actually a bit longer. It's like 2 days. Never mind. So I won't be getting it today. I want, because I want the red hair, so I'm going to need to get some for Rider there. Apparently that's the easiest one to get them. And actually, Extra might be a good place to get maybe Gorgon there, so I'll maybe hold off for that as well. But that is neither here nor there. Let's go check out Meihousou. I hate that word. Meihousou Most Foul, Section 1. Murder at the Meihousou, the Prologue. So this is very similar to the Kogetsukan. Big story, little gameplay. I mean, there's still gameplay, and at the end, there's that vote again. We'll do the big vote.
A story begins in the kingdom of Nadia Nadha, a tiny Caribbean nation. Its founder, the first king, was beloved by all his people. But over generations, the royal family's reputation diminished. Poor governing tore the nation apart, and the people of the nation ceased to revere their king. As the situation worsened, the people came to desire a democracy, and so formed a militia for the revolution. The king turned a deaf ear to their pleas, though. Instead, he elected to remain in his palace and enjoy his life of luxury. In consequence, the revolutionaries gained more and more power, fueled by the people's grievances. And then, the day finally came.
Ryu Tan, okay. So the masses have decided to act. To think I would make such a grave error in judgment. Daizo Oka. What's the problem? All you gotta do to win a war is wipe out the opposing side, right? All that matters is that we're still standing when this is over.
You blithering fool. Can you not see how many of them there are? The odds are against us.
Nope, sorry. I was too busy cutting down enemies to feed my sister until our parents died to learn about statistics.
I suppose there was little sense in making you commander. Very well then, leave. Go wherever you wish.
Fine by me. Guess this means you and I are through. I've never seen this outfit actually with him. Miguel Angel Cortez. Also, this is tough for me. I'm gonna be real.
Well, General Tan, can I convince you to surrender peacefully? At our age, surely you wish to avoid needless injury just as much as I do.
I have no intention of refusing to acknowledge reality, but I also know that your army was quite determined to take advantage of the situation. So I thought you could at least serve as a scarecrow of sorts and draw the rebels' attention away. Then, while your forces and theirs stared each other down, my soldiers could strike at them from behind.
A clever plan, General Tan. It is what I would expect from you. That sort of thinking is exactly why I had to stay one step ahead of you.
Well, you succeeded. I never dreamed you would come to kill me in my sleep. Now my army is destroyed thanks to your ambush. But what will you do now? I can't imagine you think you'll hold back the rebel army with your forces alone.
That's your problem right there, General Tan. You're too earnest for your own good. As a matter of fact, I've already reached an understanding with the rebels. Once they have conquered the palace, I'm not reading fast enough. I'm to be the new government's representative. They have no more desire for senseless bloodshed than I do, after all.
Yo, look at this camera work! Like, wow, this is just them trying out new techniques for the story, and it's giving a good sense of 3D depth. Good job, guys. You contemptible wretch. Even I couldn't have imagined you would be so self-serving. Look at this, look, it's good.
Please, don't think too poorly of me, General Tan. If anyone here's to blame, I would say it's you.
With Vice General Miguel Angel Cortez's coup d'etat delivering the final blow, the kingdom of Nadai Nadha was no more. Soon after, the Republic of Nadai Nadha stood in its place, with Miguel serving as its first president. Though the nation never reached the heights of power it once knew, its people were more than happy to enjoy a new peace in its stead. 10 years later. Okay. Okay, the fact that it's written and directed by Murasaki immediately makes this amazing from the get-go. And we're back at the house.
Are you ready yet, Elise?
You're so impatient, Uncle.
I'm not impatient, you're just slow.
Anyway, I'm surprised there's such a beautiful mansion all the way out here in the middle of nowhere.
It used to be one of the royal family's summer homes. The people tore down or sold the other ones, but this one remained to serve as Miguel's residence.
But that Miguel guy's dead now, right?
Indeed. He passed before he even turned 60. I still have trouble believing he's gone. Go on now, say hello to his widow.
Is it going to be Murasaki? Yes! Dang! Dang, he got in good. Welcome, Lord Antonio. Welcome, Lady Elise.
You're too kind. It's an honor to be invited.
Not at all. As the new head of the Meihousou manor... okay, if I called the Meihousou, that's just because my brain is turning this into a SH, and I know it should. It's Meihousou. Meihousou manor. It's my pleasure to have you all here. It's almost time for the toast, so I'll see you both later. Curtsy, walk away. She can't fool me. I can tell she's secretly dancing for joy. With her husband's untimely death, she's got all his wealth to spend however she likes. Although if you count the time she spent as Miguel's foster daughter, she's been with him for 10 years, so what? That's a bit... ugh, yeah, this is totally not worth giving a huge portion of your life for. I don't envy her a damn bit.
Watch your mouth, Elise.
Sorry, Uncle. By the way, who's that suave-looking hottie over there?
Well, hey.
He seems familiar somehow. Wait, that uniform is from the Old Kingdom. Excuse me, but it wouldn't happen to be Antonio Roberto Jobin, the court musician, would you?
Once upon a time I was, and who might you be?
My name is Roma Kureishi. Frick, these names are gonna kill me. Roma's fine, though. I used to report to General Cortez.
Oh, I thought I recognized you.
I saw you in the palace a number of times, though, of course, I hardly expect you to remember me.
I don't see any of Miguel's other subordinates here. He must have really cared about you. I'm afraid I know almost nothing about politics. Are you a high-ranking government official now?
I'm actually quite ignorant of politics myself. I resigned before the new government was established, and I'm the town doctor. My family was rather poor, so the only reason I joined the army in the first place was to give myself a chance to attend medical school free of charge.
So you were a medical officer then?
You're dressed awfully fancy for a doctor. Ha! It's just the nicest outfit I own. It's one of the few things I own that miraculously escaped being eaten by moths, so I figured it would do for a formal dress. By the way, I don't believe I caught your name. It's Elise. Maybe you've heard it before? Ah, you're that girl from Sonic 06. I hear your voice on the radio. Well, it seems like every day anymore. What? It seems like every day anymore. It's a bit of an awkward way to say it, but okay. I leave it on all the time in my clinic, so I've become very familiar with her songs. They do wonders to cheer up my patients too. Well, of course, my voice paired with Uncle's music can lift almost anyone's spirits.
Ironically, leaving the position at the palace turned out to be the best thing that could have happened for my musical career.
It just goes to show that the rest of the world finally caught up to you, Maestro.
That may be.
Oh, come on, Uncle. What do you care if the plebs like your music?
Stop that. I must apologize for my niece. I'm worried her refusal to learn any manners will be the death of her career someday.
That's alright. At any rate, I'm surprised you made it through the massacre. I remember they slaughtered everyone in the palace that day, even the non-combatants.
That's,
I'm sorry. It's a painful memory for me, too. Shouldn't have brought it up so casually. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you later. Man, Uncle, this place is huge, but there's hardly anyone here. I can count them all on my two hands.
Yes, I find that strange, too.
It's not the only weird thing around here. I know you're not exactly a spring chicken, Uncle, but look at the other guests. They're almost all relatively young guys. And they're all really good looking, don't you think?
Now that you mention it, I suppose they are. Almost none of them seem like they belong here.
Garcia, I heard you two talking with that guy in the white suit. Are you really the famous singer-composer duo? I'm not gonna do that voice. Sorry, I just heard Garcia. And I thought about that, but no, I'll give you the voice that you deserve, which is the generic anime protagonist that you still look like. I'm sorry, Arash, your design is kinda generic. You look like a light novel protagonist, and I stand by that claim. Even knowing how cool you can be, you are still light novel like main character. Are you really the famous singer-composer duo?
May I ask who you are? It is I. I mean, the name's Vargas.
I'm Garcia, Vargas's partner. I'm sorry, both dressed like slobs. Wow. Inclusive.
May I ask how you knew the deceased?
What was that? Are you trying to say I don't belong here? Now, cut that out, Vargas. Your inner hick is showing? Huh. Sorry about that. Spending all our time out hunting. Why can't I speak today? Hunting doesn't leave a lot of opportunity for us to practice our manners. You guys are hunters? Sure are. We heard Miguel was big into gourmet food, and we figured it would help us out a ton if he became a regular customer. But he ended up passing just before we finalized an arrangement with him. So now we're hoping to do business with Gabriella. We'll do our best to win her over. What he said. Come on, partner, loosen up. Sorry, guys, he's a bundle of nerves right now. Usually he's much nicer. We'll come chat with you again once he's had a few drinks to take the edge off. He just, takes one or two shots and he just comes up, my name is Ozymandias. Garcia acquitted himself okay, but Vargas seems like he has no idea how to properly behave. And here I had to pull every string I could just to get an invitation. I wouldn't normally expect to run into people like that in a place like this. Maybe they stole someone else's invite then. I suppose they could just be going by Garcia and Vargas to match the names on a stolen invitation. But what would they hope to achieve by sneaking in here? Maybe they're after Cortez's legacy? Maybe they're after Gabriella. She must have had it rough having to marry that geezer and all. Who could blame her for wanting to have some fun with new boy toys now? They both have a nice tan, and they look healthy enough to keep her entertained for a good long time. You really must learn to hold your tongue. This is why everyone says you should just stick to singing "Oh Dang, Destruction." Yeah, so who are those weirdos? They look totally out of place too, though, for pretty different reasons. Okay, who we got now? Mash is here. Okay. I'm wondering about them too. Let's go say hello. Fine by me. Now that I look closely, that guy's a lot cuter than I thought. Pardon me, would you be so kind as to tell me your names? Me, I'm Isidoro. Isidoro. Poggioli. My man's poggin'! I'm gonna type Tristan Pog into Google and see if I get... Please, show me Tristan Pog. Okay, sadly, I don't get any good Pogs off of that. Darn it. I can't believe my man's named Pog. I'm Antonio Roberto would it be Hiobim? Or would it be Jobim? I don't know. Antonio Roberto? That sounds vaguely Spanish, so then it'd be Hiobim, right? I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Jobim. Composer. Oh my, you don't say. How about you, short stuff? I'm Adriana Molinari, Mr. Poggioli's assistant. Ah, so you're studying to be a musician yourself, but you still don't have your own instrument? Yes, that's right. I have no talent whatsoever, so I'm a long way from even holding an instrument. Silence is golden, Adriana. You do well to remember that. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. You really must learn to keep your mouth shut too, Elise. Yeah. Alright, I think we'd better go greet those strapping young men over there. I'm sure we'll see you two later. Talk about shady. They didn't even seem to recognize our names. They could merely be posing as musicians. There definitely seems to be more than meets the eye with everyone so far. The same could well be said of us. Remember, try not to stand out too much. I know, Uncle. We both have our reasons for being here. So when do, Yeah, who are you? That guy's a bit weird. I feel like I've seen that servant somewhere before. Oh, lowercase s? Means something different. Of course you have. That's the priest who held Miguel's funeral the other day. Oh yeah. I know I recognize those good looks, but why is a priest working as a servant? Salazar? Salazar. The only Salazar I know is from Resident Evil 4. But was Salazar a historical person? What if I type in Salazar? Portuguese statesman. Okay, so, this is in Portugal. That makes sense. If that's the same guy, but I don't know. Oh, if it isn't Lord Antonio and Lady Elise, is there something I can help you with? No, everything's fine. We were just wondering why a priest like you's working as a servant. Elise? Oh, it's quite alright. I can hardly blame you for wondering. There is nothing I can't do, so I try to help out in any way I can. Just between us, I lost my memory 10 years ago. And Lord Miguel was kind enough to take me in when I had nowhere else to go. I've tried to learn everything I could in order to be of assistance to Lord Miguel ever since. That still doesn't explain why forget it. Not to be rude, but is this everyone who was invited? There were far more people at the funeral. Yes, this is everyone. Lord Antonio, Lady Elise, Lord Garcia, Lord Vargas, Lord Roma, Lord Isidoro, Lady Adriana. You all received invitations from Lord Miguel before he passed away. I inspected the invitations myself. Alright, but Mr. Miguel is no longer with us. How can you be sure the invitees truly are who they say? Yeah, celebs like me and Uncle are one thing, but the rest could be anyone. Especially those hunter guys and the bard. You have every right to be concerned, Lord Antonio. I may not have regained my memories, but rest assured that my loyalty to Lord Miguel is as strong as ever. So if any of these guests do turn out to be interlopers, I will deal with them myself. Deal with them how exactly? As I said, there is nothing I can't do. Now, if you'll kindly excuse me, I'll be right back with the wine for the toast. Maybe he's Gabriella's new lover. He definitely seems devoted enough. Antonio's like, I can't take you anywhere. Lord Antonio, Lady Elise, thank you once again for coming to the Meihousou. You're too kind. Is that all you know how to say? And here are your glasses. You're the last to receive them. Thank you, Salazar. After you. Oh, no, you first. I am the... Oh, no, she doesn't get the accent. Stop that. I am the hostess, after all. I will take the last one. I see. Well, very well, then, if you insist. You take one too, Elise. Huh. And I'll take the last glass. Good. It looks like everyone has theirs. All right, everyone. I hope you'll enjoy your stay here at the Meihousou. So who's gonna die first? I want you all to relax and make yourselves at home. So how's it feel, Gabby? I'm sorry. You're living high and mighty now, and all you had to do was sell your youth to that geezer. Good thing you were born poor, huh? Hey, you got wine on my dress. What's the big idea? I'm so sorry. Oh, oh, no! Mommy, no! What do you think you're doing? Gabriella, please stay with us. It looks like there has been murder most foul in the Meihousou. Alright. Let's continue on with, I think we get the second one. And then it'll be a break, and then we'll come back. I see. This is a really unusual case. The whole premise is based on a what-if, and yet its whole purpose for being is consistency. This is also mysterious. I've been up working on it for days, but it never ceased to surprise. Yeah, who's this? Also, wait. Why? What Caldea are we in? Did they just seal off the back part? I'm confused. Maybe... Well, I'm caught up in the story. Maybe in one of the events, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, in this area, we just put the walls back up at the top. Just don't worry about it. Because is there the... No, we don't even have the rocky floor again, so I don't even know what's going on. Which Caldea are we in? I'm so confused. We'll have to see. I'm so sorry. It took me longer to get ready than I expected. I hope I haven't been keeping you waiting long. Never mind. It is a flashback. That's why. Wow, okay. Whoa, it's okay. You're right on time. Nice to meet you, Murasaki Shikibu. I'm sorry to call you here on such short notice. Not at all. So what was this big favor you wanted to ask me? Well, I've been observing a small singularity for a while now, and I want to ask for your help in erasing it. So, okay. They're really being way more free and open about showing Dr. Roman. For a while there, it was very much a, hey, he's dead, let's not bring it up sort of thing. But now they're just like, oh yeah, here's more Roman. Didn't you miss him? Here's flashbacks with Roman. Didn't you? It's interesting. It's a change. Also, the Solomon anime is going to be a movie, not a show. So I didn't know that. That's going to be interesting. I hope it goes big budget for big action. You know? Usually I'd be talking to Tanner about this one, but I thought it might be best to do a bit of groundwork before bringing him in. See, this latest case is kind of unusual. So wait, hold up. Wait. The basement of Caldea was always there? The library basement? Or was just Murasaki just summoned in the original Caldea, died, and then was resummoned at New Caldea? I don't know. I had Shiba examine it, and it turns out that the singularity is a sort of a unique structure. It's hard to describe, but it does kind of look like it's in the Caribbean, only it has a bunch of other locations packed into it. You know what? I bet you they won't say anything about it, and the reason is, I think you can be... This has no... You just have to beat Fuyuki to get to this quest. So this could literally be a quest from the start. So that's why it's like flashing back here, and it's fine. Because it's a quest from the beginning. And I bet you a lot of future Fuyuki quests will be like this. Because there's nothing to imply that Roman bit the bullet. Right? It's just like, oh, it's a flashback. And I mean, yeah, okay. It's kind of like this tiny world with models from various time periods all lined up willy-nilly. These models are all extremely detailed, but none of them are real. I know you aren't familiar with this particular culture, so I was hoping this is making sense, or I hope this is making sense. A tiny world with all sorts of models. Admittedly, I know almost nothing about this, but it sounds like it might be good for filming a moving picture. Yes, exactly. It's a movie. Huh? This latest singularity is basically a film world. Well, to be completely fair, it's something of an unfinished work so far as I can tell. I'm speculating here, but I think this began when a ghost, probably a director, passed on before he could finish his last movie. Then this ghost probably happened upon a Holy Grail fragment and ended up making a singularity out of his regret. Okay, whew, this is going in. Okay. So to resolve this one, we need to focus first and foremost on finishing the movie. But the catch is that the whole premise this world is built on is that the movie is unfinished. This ghost director can never finish the movie on his own, so eventually when his wish fails to come true, the singularity should disappear on its own. Since this is such a minute singularity and all, I estimate this will happen in around 3 days. I see, so we don't have anything to do about it then? Well, yes and no. See, when a singularity disappears on its own, it doesn't leave anything behind. But if we resolve what is causing the singularity and collect the Holy Grail fragments within it, we can get a ton of magical energy. And since Kaldi is constantly running low on magical energy, well, it's really hard for me to say, but... You want us to resolve the singularity before it disappears on its own? Well, yes, and preferably as soon as possible, before it exhausts its magical energy. Like I said, we know what needs to be done. We know what needs to be done to make the singularity go away. We just have to finish the movie. But once again, since this world's premise that the movie's unfinished, we're going to need help to do that. The ghost director no longer exists. All that remains now are this world's systems. If I had to give it a name, I guess I'd call it Drifting Cinema Space Hollywood or something. Just don't tell Edison about it. He's infamous in Hollywood after all. I wouldn't be surprised if he were drawn and quartered the moment he race shifted there. But enough about Edison. What I'd like from you is for you to make your way into this alternate Hollywood and make sure the movie gets finished somehow. It could be whatever genre you like. The only thing I ask is that you try to make it a good movie if you can. I'm pretty sure that the better the movie turns out, the more resources we can collect when it's over. That's why I asked you to come here. I figured an author's servant would be the best choice to write and direct the film. Uh-huh. But I don't know the first thing about movies. Poems, novels, plays, and movies might seem to have a lot in common, but they're all very different beasts. But alright, I'll try. I know I usually cause nothing but trouble for everyone around here, so if there's a way for me to make up for that and show how grateful I am to be here by putting pen to paper, I'll do the best I can. You're in earnest one, aren't you, Murasaki? You'll tire yourself out in no time if you keep that up. You should take a page from Da Vinci's playbook and just smile all the time without a care in the... No, on second thought, the last thing we need is another Da Vinci running around. Besides, like they say, good fences make good neighbors. Basically, do take the assignment seriously, but I hope you'll make some time to relax, you know? After all, this movie we're talking about. You can't make a masterpiece if the crew isn't enjoying themselves. That said, we don't have much crew of our own to spare for this case, or much in the way of supplies and participants. So we need to keep the cast to a minimum, and you need to finish the script ASAP. Singularity disappears in 3 days, so you're in for some serious crunch time. Think you can do it? This is like the to boldly flee of filmmaking. 3 days? Scripting on the fly? Yep. Bring in Doug Walker. He's an assassin class whose noble phantasm is the Bat credit card. It's gonna be even harder since I don't get much sleep after staying up all night reading that wonderful book, but I can't back out now. Thanks, Murasaki. It's really encouraging to hear that. I'll talk to Tanner about this and fill him in. So all you have to worry about is coming up with a great movie. So this is a whole flashback one. Okay, interesting. This whole thing is a flashback. Huh. That's one way to do an event. Understood. Alright then, I suppose I better get started. If you need me, I'll be brainstorming down in the library. Okay, so yeah, there was a library in the original Caldia, huh? And that's pretty much it. I sure moved fast on this one. Thank you for filling us in with 30% less tension than usual, Doctor. So, how can Senpai and I help? Do you need me to be Master's bodyguard? Nah, we're just barely seeing anything in the way of hostilities there, so shouldn't be any need for that. This time all you have to do is enjoy yourself, Mash. I do have a job for you though, Tanner. Here, take this. Okay. Ta-da! It's the Chaldean video camera Da Vinci secretly made a while back. Pretty awesome, right? Check out how light it is. Not for nothing, this thing costs us a small fortune. Everything it captures will turn out beautifully no matter how little the camera person knows about shooting video, and it can record for dozens of hours straight. Okay, but what's its battery life? That's the big thing. I know, why don't you try using it to record your entire daily life for practice? Well, everything except the bedroom and bathroom, of course. Interesting. The camera has Senpai utterly entranced. Doctor, if we're making a movie, won't we need a proper film crew? Unfortunately, we don't have a heroic spirit versed in directing film. Well, I actually do think we have one, but I had a feeling it would be more trouble than it's worth. Is that, one of the servants from the Gouda Gouda? The Gouda Gouda? No, there's the Learning with Servants. There's a movie director's servant from the Learning with Caldia manga ones. Anyway, as long as we get some kind of film out of it, even if it's just a documentary, everything should be fine. Even if there's an accident or something that means we have to stop shooting, we can still edit something together as long as we have enough footage. I do trust Murasaki Shikibu to do a good job, but since none of the cast has ever acted before, well, you never know. This is very confusing, because I'm pretty sure we met Murasaki in the library Valentine's Day event. But then this is timelines are confusing. Dubious canon. I just, like, he literally just said, when in doubt, Snyder cut it. That's why I want you to be there recording everything you observe, Tanner. You already need to look after your servants as their master anyway, so you're the perfect man for the job. Anyway, that's all I've got. Rest up to you guys. You start by hashing things out with Murasaki. There do seem to be some costumes in the singularity, but I won't know if we can use them until we get there. I'll need to take that into consideration when making my casting decisions. I've already got servants in mind for most of the parts, but the one best suited to this last role is... Hello, Murasaki. Dr. Rowan told me to come see you here. Master Tanner and his main servant, Mash Curiolite, are ready to race shift at any time. Oh, hello, Lady Mash and Master. The script is, well... Something wrong there with it? No, everything's fine. I already told the cast my idea, and they all said something along the lines of, I've never made a movie before, but it will help with Caldia's resource troubles I'm in. And readily agreed to participate. If possible, I was hoping you would be willing to perform in it too, Lady Mash. Would that be all right with you? Yes, I'd be glad to. Don't worry, Senpai. I think I'm a pretty decent actor, if I do say so myself. Wonderful. All right, as for the rest of the main cast... Okay. Huh? Is that Moriarty? I wonder what he's doing there. Hello? Moriarty?
My back! Of all the places for this ticking time bomb to go off, Doctor, where's the doctor? No, that won't do. Come on, Moriarty, old boy. Count the decimals and pi and get a hold of yourself. Alright, I think I can manage if I just sit down slowly. 3.1415926. Oh, crap, I'm losing my balance. Oh. I'm old.
Hey, mister, did you see the book with the peppermint green hardcover I left around here? It's very delicate, so it could fall apart if someone steps on it by mistake. Have you seen it anywhere?
A peppermint green book, you say? That's the very book I just destroyed. Well, as a matter of fact, I think I saw someone take it with him before I sat down here. I am lying through my teeth.
Okay, then I'll wait here until he comes back.
I'm sorry, my girl, but you would be wasting your time. It'll feel better if you resign yourself to never seeing him again.
Really? Then what should I do?
Well, I would hate to see a child cry. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll give you anything else your heart desires instead. And while I'm doing that, I'd better think of a way to somehow repair the book. Let's see. Was there a servant here who could go back in time or restore an object's physical integrity?
Lord James Moriarty?
Yes. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy scheming right now?
There's something complicated I'd like to talk to you about if you don't mind.
I see. Yes, of course, I don't mind at all. As long as it doesn't involve my poor back.
You guys are gonna talk about grown-up stuff, huh? Okay, I'll try not to bother you then. Just please don't forget your promise, mister.
I won't. I'll take care of it as soon as we're done here. I'm saved.
Well, it all started when... I feel like Moriarty would be down for it.
I see. Well, under the circumstances, certainly be willing to perform. On one condition.
What is it?
I'd like you to restore a book for me, or rather,
Oh,
to forgive me for inadvertently ruining it. You're the mistress of books, yes? Surely you can fix it. Please, tell me you can fix it.
ah, thank goodness. I knew he would be perfect for the most difficult part. Lord Tanner, Lady Mash, Lord Moriarty. Our task this time is not to win a battle, but to perform a story. Please do keep that in mind. Alright then, let's go. Ray, shift to our filming location, Drifting Cinema Space Hollywood. She couldn't get that out without cringing. That title. And that's understandable. So, okay. This is a very different context than the Kogetsukan. Like, this is remarkably different. So, is it going to be a meta story? Or are we going to be in it? Let's see here. Section 3, Accidents. Support only. Only the selected support servant can participate. Oh, well. Oh! My goodness. Well, that's interesting. Well, I'm going to use my winter outfit because it's the best one for solos, but I guess we have a mystery servant on our hands here. And here I was going to use Asagami Fujino because I can use her now, apparently. People said, yeah, no worries about spoilers there, and people put her on a friends list so I can check her out. Oh, we're back in the movie, okay. I wouldn't have imagined you'd be so self-serving.
Please don't think too poorly of me, General Tan. If there anyone here is to blame, I would say it's you.
Cut, that take was just fine. Oh god, this is a movie, I like this.
All we need to do now is add the voiceover.
That's a wrap for Lord Tajima no Kami and Lord Izo. Thank you both for your help.
So that is all there is for me to do here. Everything ended so abruptly. And ere I thought you would give up on this before I did. It seems I'm less patient than I thought. You must have lost track of his sheer number of retakes long ago.
Are you just nothing to say? I'm happy to help in any manner my lord wishes, no matter how difficult that task may be.
I see. I almost envy your sheer steadfastness.
I love your nihilistic performance, Izo. I thought there was a lot of depth to it. All you need to do now is rest up in Caldia. I'll let you know as soon as the movie is ready for screening. No. Huh? Ryoma and the others are showing up soon, right? I bet they're planning to throw another party without me. Well, they think they can just forget to invite me again. They've got another thing coming. Lord Izo, I promise you we're just filming a movie. Nobody's throwing any part. Besides, you're only just now mentioning that this is all you have for me. You're trying to pull a fast one on me? Good grief. It seems we have an overexcited puppy here who still needs to be housebroken. Ah, bring it, old man. I was just thinking I could use a decent workout. Didn't expect this. This feels slightly out of nowhere. Okay. Alright. Alright, here we go. We got... Okay, this seems fairly one-sided. Well, except for the HP, actually. Now I'm looking at it. Let's go... Attack down, Noble Phantasm, gain up. We'll get this. I should probably put back on the confirmed skill use so I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to go 1, 2... Or you know what? Let's go... What's this give? Increase attack? I'm going to hold off on that until I get Noble Phantasm with him. Alright, do your stuff in your armor, dude. Your big Darth Vader armor. It's a decent game. It's fine. Manslayer, strength versus human. Ow. Ow. Alright. Let's take this time to pop this. And let's go 1. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright. We'll dodge 1 for sure here. I think we should get enough for Noble Phantasm when he hits us here. Stop buffing yourself. Okay, there we go. Dodge an attack up. Do an attack up. Alright, I think we got him. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Because then we get double red up on the back. God, that looks rad, actually, with both of them in costume. Like, I mean, by in costume, I just mean, you know, looking of the same era there. There is a fly buzzing in front of my screen, and I'm going to go nuts, I swear to God. Oh, God, ooh, it's on my hand. Ew! I clapped it. I got it, which is really cool for reflexes, but really gross for my hand. It's easy for people to forget that I'm playing this on a big TV. Like, I'm not playing this on a phone. This is on a big, big TV for me. Ah, you got me. I turned into a pirate in defeat. You got me? No, I'm alright, but I could have sworn you cut through me. I twisted my blade around immediately before striking, leaving you with only the feeling of having been cut. There are many reasons to leave an opponent feeling as though they have been wounded without truly harming them. Don't you try that dojo fencing shit on me, old man. Your incessant yapping is ill-suited to a puppy who has never seen a battlefield. Besides this dojo, something or other you speak of. Dojo fencing. Yes, that. Even in a dojo, fighters will duel with wooden swords. Those swords may not cause injury, but it does hurt to be struck by one. What's your point? I'm told that in modern times there is a form of dueling, form of dueling employing non-lethal blades where fighters do not strike their opponents. In other words, they merely make it seem as though they are striking their opponents like so. And is that supposed to be entertaining or something? This form of showmanship is designed to resemble a fight to the death. To onlookers, it's called fight choreography. Showmanship? Swordplay's not spectacle. Well, that is where you come in. I wonder just how far you go in this modern vein of choreographed fighting. You couldn't pay me enough to be part of that stupid play fighting. I've had enough. I'm gonna let Ryoma handle this pain-in-the-ass movie stuff. I'm gonna head back to get something to drink. That's his best costume still, by the way. I love it.
Well done. I must say for a moment there, I wasn't at all sure how things would play out. Oh my, you're bleeding. I'm so sorry we've foisted this thankless role upon you.
No need for apologies. We cannot say for sure whose role is thankless until all is said and done. Now that my time here is over, I wish you well with what is yet to come in this endeavor. Oh gosh. I felt a little dizzy back there, but I think I'm okay now. Whew.
Kaizer was clearly taken aback at learning he had such a small role. You should have just told him from the beginning. Why keep it a secret?
Well, I was actually planning to, To what? Oh ho? Huh? Who's that? So this is where all that commotion I heard was coming from. Are you filming something here?
I say, who are you and where did you come from?
Unfortunately, I actually don't remember my name. I do have the sense that I was called to film a movie, but no matter how long I waited, the filming never began. If you hadn't come here, I think I would just be waiting around to disappear. Does that mean you would be willing to help us make this movie? Of course, if it's all right with you, I'd be glad to help.
That's all well and good, but what do we call you if you don't remember your name?
I might have an idea. What if we called you Salazar? Salazar. I think that has a lovely ring to it. It's the name of a character I'd yet to cast, but if that's all right with you... In that case, I would be honored if you were to call me Salazar from now on. I'm Murasaki Shikibu, and this is Lord James Moriarty.
Howdy.
So might I inquire as to the nature of the role you have one you need me to play, both philosophically and metaphorically? Hey, whatever it is, I promise you I will perform it brilliantly.
What do philosophy and metaphor have to do with acting?
The rest of the main cast should be joining us soon, so I'll tell you once they're all here. Here we all are. How did you convince Ozzy to do this? So remind me why the hell you've got me wearing this dress. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything. I actually kind of like it. It looks beautiful on you. Yeah, of course it does. I'm convincing humble brag. Sorry. That's good. That's good. Now that we've finished shooting the prologue, we'll be moving on to the main story. Hey, here's a fun filmmaking fact that you probably know. They don't film a movie in order of it going on. Like, you don't film the prologue first, then the main story. It's not how it works. I mean, you could, but movies are usually filmed out of order. But, okay, that's fine. Although, I'm afraid there's something mortifying I still need to tell you. The truth is, I still haven't finished the script. What the shit? I do have the whole story in my head. I just hadn't had time to write it down yet. So I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to learn all of your lines anew each time we shoot a new scene. Once again, I'm very sorry. Are you shitting me? To be fair, this was all really short notice. Fine. Keep my lines short, got it? 20 word limit as far as I'm concerned. Anything more and I'll burn you. Hey, go easy on her. She's just been handling just about everything for this production all by herself. By the way, can I ask which servant you are? I don't think I recognize you. You can call me Salazar. Although that's just the character I play, since I can't remember my own name. Watch this guy be like Alfred Hitchcock. Like, who knows? I don't know. I've never seen this dude before. I asked Lord Salazar to play Father Salazar. Father Salazar also has amnesia and doesn't know anything about his past, so it seemed to be a perfect fit. It's nice to meet you, Salazar. Salazar? The pleasure is all mine, milady. Why, you positively radiate intelligence from beneath those gorgeous flaxen locks. This shoot is already well worth it now that I've got to meet such a beautiful young lady such as you. That's very flattering, but I would love to talk to you more under different circumstances, but alas... Hi, I'm Tanner, MASH's exclusive cameraman. I agree with everything you said about her, but heads up. Right, of course. How could such a beauty as her not already be taken? Very well, then I will instead devote my energies entirely to acting. Isn't that what you should have been doing from the start in the first place? Freaking dumbass. Who can say? I'm so gonna light your ass on fire.
Now, it's quite enough of that.
Alright, now that you know your roles, I'd like to begin filming right away. I still have a lot to learn about movies, so I hope that you'll all bear with me. This is really silly. This is extremely silly so far, and I'm kind of liking it.
Master. I'm kind of trying to film a movie here. Oh, you can always edit out my whispering in post-production.
Doesn't work that way.
I must say, I'm rather impressed by how well everyone is doing, especially given that there was no rehearsal.
But we've really had a good couple of things with Moriarty in a row, huh? He gets a lot more time in the sunlight than most servants, it feels like.
According to Murasaki Shikibu's explanation, Antonio is an up-and-coming composer who used to be the country's court musician, and Elise, his niece, is a singer. Meanwhile, Gabriella is the erstwhile foster daughter, now widow, of my character Miguel. Apparently, I raised her for about a decade, only to die off shortly after marrying her. That's a bit messed up, don't you think? Is that sort of character right up Murasaki's alley? Wasn't there something like this in her magnum opus? What will future generations think of me?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Wonderful.
I don't know what her magnum opus is.
Roma Qureshi used to be Miguel's subordinate. Though judging from his background, he seems to be something of an unusual character. Vargas and Garcia pretend to be hunters, but apparently, Vargas is actually Nadai Nadha's former prince, and Garcia is his attendant. I bet they're here to cause trouble. As for Salazar there, I don't know much about him either, so I'll let someone more qualified speak to his role in all this. At any rate, given that there hasn't been a single cut since the scene began, things appear to be going rather smoothly. At this rate, we may finish much sooner than I originally...
Oh, does she actually die in the scene? Is that what's... Master, something's not right with her. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. What a twist. Oh, God, what if he's freaking M. Night Shyamalan? What if Salazar is... Salazar? Shyamalan?
Well, this is a fine mess, Master. Just to be clear, I had no hand in it. I don't even have a motive.
I like how he immediately throws his hands up and says,
Oh, not me. I commit murders all the time, but this is not me in this case. I may be the world's foremost murderer, but I did not do the murdering of this murdering at all. Don't you worry.
That's hilarious. Anyways, how long till this quest unlocks? 14 at 1200 PD. I said an hour and a half. What am I gonna... 1 hour? What am I gonna do for an hour and a half? I don't even know, man. Frick. I guess I should, like... I guess, well, one, use up the rest of my event currency here. Aww. Something about that line is really sad. It's about time for us to wake up from this dream. Okay, I don't think there's... Okay, well, I only have the ashes. There's, like, nothing left to get with them. Okay, well, let's just get some steaks. Alright, sounds good. Sounds good, sounds good. Alright, well, you know what, it's an hour long. I feel like it's a pretty good for a video. Throw it out there. Alright, guys, there was one bit of gameplay in this, and that's kind of what I'm expecting it to be for a bit. So I will see you all next time for some more Fate Grand Order, where we continue with the Meihousou Most Foul. We'll get probably another twofer next time, maybe 3. We'll see. Alright, guys, we'll see you next time. Ciao.